I feel excited, emotional at the same time. I don't know if you guys noticed, I was literally holding back tears when we did the what do you call it? The parade.
Yeah, the parade.
Yo, man, I was literally holding the tears because I know how much work, you know. It's one thing to have a vision and have an idea. Like it's easy. But when you now try to bring that idea to life and you're literally able to see it, it's different, man. What is a job, right? What is a job? You know, I think we need to start by redefining what a job is. A job is not something that you have to go to every single day and get frustrated by. A job is identifying something that you're good at, whatever it is, whatever it is. It might be dancing, singing, clapping hands, playing drums, whatever it is, and build a business out of it.
Because we are a real estate development firm, we have use for skills like architecture, we have use for skills like plumbing, and you can name it, everything in the construction, architecture, building firm, designs, everything you can name. We need all of that. We have use for all of that. So this is a great platform to meet people, to network, to see what is really happening in the building world, to know what's trending, to see how it's being developed, how everything is being done. This is just like the platform to be. I think this is a great initiative, and that is why we definitely thought it was nice to be a part of it.
I want to commend the initiator of this program. He has done a good job, and I have come to know that he initiated this program with the passion that every Nigerian youth have the right to practice and also to live and also earn a living. And with the policies or the assistance of GIZ and the banks that after training, the banks will give them a soft loan and they start on their own.
There was a time when we used to have very good skilled men. After a while, we started losing it. The trainings started dropping. They became really not good. I mean, I'm in the industry, so I know. I do, quite a bit of construction as well, and I know what we go through. Sometimes I even wonder how those who are not in the industry, for example, you need somebody to come fix something in your house. You don't even know, you're not in the industry, so how do you handle it? But you just realize that a bad job has been done. So the importance of skilling up our artisans, our tradesmen, it is really high. And we have competent people. Just that what was missing was the structure. And that is what this has brought. They've been doing this for a while, and I know that they will continue to improve. When you're working on something that is a need, and you're doing it right, and you're focused, and it is about your own people, you can't fail. It might take a little while because the system is, how it is. But if you stay focused, you can't fail. So there's no way I will not encourage this. It's extremely important.
If you see something you don't like, don't complain. Don't stay in the ruts. Innovate. Find ideas to change that. And then what skillers.ng are using this iCREATE festival to do is to innovate. They found the need of aggregating skilled labor, and then they decide to solve for that using technology. They have created the platform where you can easily aggregate these labors, and then you can ascertain what skill sets they have. I remember Mr. Bright Jaja, the CEO of iCREATE, speaking that they go through different revalidation, which helps them be sure that they are providing the best service, and most importantly, that they are also getting paid what is due them. And then the part that resonates a lot with me is changing the narrative. I love that part a lot because you find out that a younger generation wouldn't want to associate with the narrative we currently have in this sector, how they dress, how they approach, and all that. So with iCREATE Skill Fest, changing this narrative, it is worthy of partnership. Partnering with iCREATE is first on the fact that they are innovating, which is something Sterling Bank loves, is at the heart of Sterling, innovating. And then we also see that he is building a community of skilled workers. And I mentioned that Cafe One by Sterling is focused on building communities centered around its users. And so in the big picture for us, in our partnership with iCREATE, we look at having a physical location where the skilled workers can actually meet. In the current Cafe One, we have a location people can meet from different interest groups, games community, small businesses, tech. And then we are seeing that, we can also include the skilled workers. And you know what happens when people meet? There's always an innovation, there's always ideation, there's always networking and connection. And that's what is the attraction for us in this partnership.
Bringing all the industry professionals and stakeholders together like this in this kind of event while showcasing the skills that we have here it's so important. The awareness that has been created from this event hopefully is going to cause shockwaves through the system, and people can be aware, because I intend to contact FOSI immediately to get artisans and trainees to work on my sites.
Morning everyone. My name is Tobias Wolfgarten, and I'm the head of project for the Skills Development and Youth Employment project SKY. SKY is a project which is from GIZ. GIZ is a government-owned company by the German federal government, and we implement development projects in about 120 countries around the globe with more than 24,000 employees. And as I said, we implement development projects on behalf of the federal German government. Our funding ministry is the Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, BMZ. And the Skills Development and Youth Employment is a project that has been running for about 4 years, and we have two main focus areas. One is vocational training and the other one is employment promotion. So we support the Nigerian government in improving the quality of the vocational education and training system, for example by developing new vocational education and training standards which are aligned with the needs of the private sector. That's why we also have a strong focus on strengthening the dialogue between the public and the private sector. And we also do institutional capacity development of vocational training centers. We train vocational training center managers, we train trainers to either use new methods of teaching didactics, but also to improve their technical skills. We also do pilot projects of vocational education and training with partners from the private sector, and I think that's also one reason why we are here today, because we believe that iCREATE is a great partner to also to collaborate with private sector and also to raise the awareness of why vocational training is important, and actually to raise the awareness among youth and also parents that vocational training is a good career option. iCREATE is a great partner to raise public awareness. We also have engaged private sector companies like Sterling Bank, like Bosch, that help to raise the perception of TVET and to improve the perception of TVET among youth and also among parents, and to make sure that youth consider a vocational education and training as a decent career option rather than going to university. That's why I'm very much looking forward to this event, and thank you very much, and also thank you very much to all the partners.
Well, for me, of course, without education, there is no development. And this event is very, very important to the country at large. Though I'm not here on official capacity, I'm here because I'm very passionate about what iCREATE is doing. And he is a friend, a brother. I think he needs that physical support, and also to see what we can do differently without even waiting for the government to do something. what can we do collectively as the youth of this nation, looking at the future of the country lies in our hands. So that's the essence why I'm here, to support the cause. And this is very, very important. If government can invest in the, this youth, encourage the youths to be more productive, to be creative, I think it will impact on the Nigerian economy. Looking at the various skills, looking at the digital economy, to encourage them partake in digital economy, provide the infrastructure where you see the African youth showcasing their talent across the globe. And it will also give the government opportunity to have direct taxes you deduct from every transaction. You can have access to those taxes directly because the system is automated. So the issue of fear of leakages, you block all those leakages, and it's going to improve on the revenue generation of the country at large. So I'm here on a personal capacity because I believe in this country. I love my country. As a patriotic citizen, I'm ready to do everything possible to support the youth of this nation. We have access to a lot of youths. We're still trying to get more on board to see what we can do, how we can be able to support them and to drive the Nigerian economy. Thank you.
My name is Nina Briggs. I'm an architect. I'm a private sector architect because a lot of people want the title as well, but I'm an architect. Nina Briggs, private sector, but I also happen to be the chairman of the Abuja chapter of the Nigerians of Architects. As part of my corporate social responsibility, that is. Anyway, we've been speaking with them. We've been interfacing and relating with them. iCREATE for I think a handful of years now, two and a half years to be precise. And I think the platform they have, I'd like to go in here. The platform they have is actually quite interesting and exciting because it's about, I was saying to Bright that it's about the first time I'm seeing, one is seeing a concerted effort to formalize the skill sets that are out there, the non quote unquote professional or non-traditional skill sets that are out there, because we have a lot of informality in our system, as I was saying on the stage a few minutes ago. We have a lot of informality in the system, and that informality causes a lot of economic leakages, inefficiencies, lack of capacity, lack of measurable and monitorable development. It's exponential. So this platform actually starts to harness that, and it's a huge economy. So we felt very strongly that it's the sort of thing the institute, that's Nigerians of Architects, it's the sort of thing we really, really like to, associate ourselves with for so many reasons. In addition to what it does to the capacity services out there in the industry. Yes.
Program is one of the best programs I've actually attended. That is based on skill usage. One thing that is important is when we introduce skills to young people now, we don't introduce it in a traditional way, because when you look at them, you see how well dressed they are, which originally we don't have people in the industry that are well dressed like this working in the field. They are not always well dressed. So what we are trying to do is to make the work attractive, so that young people will say, oh, these people actually look good. It's not like a dirty job. Now, another thing is to introduce it in completion, whereby not just the technical aspect, but also the innovative aspect. Now, so that a teller will not just see that what I do is to cut the ties and fix, or the plumber will think it's just the pipe, but being able to innovate new ideas on how to route the pipe, new ideas on how to redesign the pipe. What you may have originally in the houses, someone can come up with a new design on how to make it more better. So you go to many places, you see some design, even though the design has already been given to the artisans, but you discover that they always have issue in delivering because they don't know how the design aspect goes through. So bringing this to them where they have the ability to also design and build, not just build, design and make use of their innovative ideas.
This program is something that should be louder than it is right now. It's a very inspiring show that kind of inspires the youth of nowadays. You know, with the lots of unemployment and everything going on right now, we need to see that there are other streams of income that can be generated through bricklaying, plumbing, you know, carpentry, like using your hands to actually create new things. So yeah.
I like this program. It makes things that we look at as mediocre and all that, it exposes the amount of skill and time and effort that you have to put into it and how much I can see life and creativity in it, basically, that kind of thing. It's encouraging to know that there are a lot of people out there who are good at what they do and who are appreciated for it.
I think a program like this would create significant impact, especially in terms of inspiration and motivation. It's changing the scope of what it means to be in the workspace, you know, especially in the traditional sectors where people expect you to go to school, get a degree, all of that. Nowadays, you can just do the work, you can do an apprenticeship, and you can equally get the skills that people would have done normally. It's such a big deal because in Nigeria, where we have an informal economy, many people are not able to get an average, you know, school certificate or even a diploma. So this is a platform where people can actually just train, get accessibility, start catering for their day-to-day lives, and in turn it exposes them to bigger opportunities. You know, from speaking with Jaja earlier, he mentioned that from the Skillers program that they built, they contributed to the building of the John Woods Hotel, which is very magnificent. None of these people are educated in the traditional manner, you know. This is just from soul experience. And it's very inspirational for the average person who doesn't have what they're doing or is looking to get into something quite quickly. I would say to young people like that to not be afraid, because the major issues you find is that people who aren't able to get into the traditional education systems, it comes from like family background, pressure of them being a failure. But now times have changed, so please dare to be great, dare to go out there, dare to, you know, challenge yourself. Now you have platforms like iCREATE that are giving you that opportunity and showing you that you can be successful outside of the traditional education system. So by all means, but you need to be informed and you need to search, you know. It's not going to come and find you. You have to go out there. There's the use of social media, asking people, ask questions. When you ask, you receive. You know, it's very simple. And search. How did I even find out about this event? I came across it online. I hit up Jaja. I didn't even know it was his program. I messaged him, got informed to see how we can be a part of it. And then he even shared more info on his platform that young people can sign up to and be a part of. And not just young people, people who even want to change, you know, people who have worked, you know, in this traditional sectors for a long time, and they want something new. They might have the skills or they might just have an interest. This is an easier gateway for you to get into it and say, okay, let me see what I can do. The training, I'm not sure it's that intensive and I don't think it takes that long. But at least you're learning on the job and you're also getting the qualifications on the job for your CV, and that's what's really important. And you're getting your money. So.
As a representative of our clients, one of the foremost manufacturers of Thai products in Nigeria, Thai brand, the Royal brand. The Royal brand of Thai is the foremost styles you find in the Nigerian built environment. And for us at West African Ceramics, we consider this partnership as a strategic fit in the sense that of what use is a tile, of no matter how good or high grade your tile is, it is as good as the skill set of the tiler or the mason that is going to use it at the end of the day. While we pride ourselves that we make very good quality tiles that you find in the market, at the end of the day, it is the skill set of the tiler or the mason that matters a lot. And so we see what iCREATE Africa is doing in terms of bridging that gap, in terms of improving the skill sets of the Nigerian artisans and tilers. And so for us, we think that is a strategic initiative for us to associate ourselves with, because it is very much in the same. It is very much in sync with our corporate social responsibility policy. And so for us, partnering with iCREATE Africa is something that is very close to our hearts, and that's why we're here.
I'm a teacher with the Federal Science and Technical College of Otukpo. I brought in 8 students from Otukpo for this program. I have been very much happy since yesterday, because the tools that were introduced yesterday, some of the students of technical colleges in Nigeria will not have opportunity of seeing such tools in the technical colleges till they pass out of the colleges and go into the labor market. So the tools that we saw yesterday, if it will continue, it will open their eyes so what modern technology requires than the old machines that have been bought several years that we have been using in various workshops in the technical colleges. So it's a kind of for modernizing the system, opening the students' eyes to modern tools and the usage. There's a major challenge. In those days, technical colleges produce craftsmen that work in various industries. But today, schools are interested in those who will pass JAMB and enter university. So the technical colleges nowadays are more academical for them to qualify for admission into universities. So the level or the time spent on practical skills had been giving way for general studies to enable them go higher. So what I'm trying to say, if this kind of program continues, it will enable them to increase their skills so as to be able to meet industrial needs after graduation from technical colleges. Otherwise, the technical colleges we have today is more academical than practical.
Bring the champagne inside casket. Odoguna the spender. Eternal Africa.